Look, it's been a while since I've been completely blown away by a Lego set, but 40649, the upscaled Lego minifigure, this build is insane. This is one of the best sets I've put together in years. I really hope by the end of this video you can share in that enjoyment and possibly go out and get yourself your own copy of this set. It's just 5 bags, but it has some of the best building techniques I've seen in ages. This thing is a brick house. I know it looks simple. It's this unassuming red-shirted minifigure wearing a hat, but it's also a robot. It's also just one of the most well put together and successful large-scale builds I think I've ever seen. It's highly posable, highly stable, and it's just a treat. We'll get into the different steps of the build and the techniques used, but here we'll just show some of the posability to start off. This thing's going to take some great pictures. You see the hat comes off, but we'll start with the torso. This thing isn't just a solid bunch of red bricks, but it's got the angles, it's got the pins for the arms, and we'll show you here, we'll compare it to this, the included minifigure's body, just to see, like, yeah, this is a really successful, yet simple looking outline, but they nailed it. Also, one strange detail, there's a Technic pin that's just kind of sitting in here that you cover up with a white plate. Not sure if that's supposed to represent some kind of robot wiring, or if it's just supposed to keep that piece a little more stable. Let me know what you think that might be. But here we'll open up the chest, and you can see it's a highly complex internal build with gears that provide resistance for the arms. It's also all at an angle. There are pieces sitting in here that aren't actually even connected. To get this angle of the sides of the minifigure, yeah, they're floating right there where my thumb's hitting, and they're connected via pins and angled bricks. It's fantastic. Even with study, I'm not sure if I could come up with that by myself. Here we'll look at the arms now, and if you'll humor me, I'm going to show you kind of how this build came together. I think it's the only really good way to show you just how perfect this arm build is. Here you build up the first upper portion of his arm with a moving 2x2. It connects in like that, and it's seamless. It doesn't move from then on. And then you build up the arm with just attention to detail with that smooth 1x1 dots piece that provides stability to a 1x2 plate that we'll put on here. I'll drop it there real quick, but we'll put it on, and it just builds up so naturally. They've just really perfectly captured a minifigure arm. I'm almost shocked at how great this is and how simple it is. Once again, not sure if I could come up with this very easily. See, I would think to just put that triangle piece there like that, but no, you actually build it up some more, and then on a single stud here, that triangle goes in there. I may or may not have had to check the directions there, but here, this is how it goes in, and it's perfect. Like, seamless. Covers up like that, add the hand piece, and just like on a regular minifig, that's where the hand connects. So you have those similar connections too, that just make it exactly like a minifigure. Here we'll attach them to the torso now. It's just pins. Now I know it's not the the push-in style that a real minifigure has. I don't think that would be successful though. But for this kind of posability and movement, these anchored pins that have gear resistance. Look, he holds his arm up, can grab stuff. Even the hand is molded correctly. Just so successful. We'll look at the legs next. Even these look like they're the simplest part of the build, but no, they're hollow, but they're also reinforced with a really kind of rather advanced studs on top technique. You see it interlocks here and here. It's felt like I was putting the bones into the legs of the minifigure. I'm not sure if that was intended or not, but and it just perfectly also captures the way a minifigure's legs go. Here's the torso, or the lower torso piece. Rather intricate. A 2-tier based pin system put into joints. You line these up with the holes on the internal, bones that I said. It goes in pretty easily, and it's very movable. Once again, the legs can kind of remain where they need to be without falling, and it doesn't stress the build too much. Next, we'll look at the head. One complaint, maybe my only complaint of the set, is that you don't get a completed top of the head piece. I don't know. I would have paid an extra little bit of money to have that option, to have a hatless minifigure. I understand the way they did this, but maybe that's my only real issue. You can see how the head attaches to the torso. Very easy. Pivots, just like a real minifigure head. But man, yeah, just wish I could have the option with or without the hat. Here I shot a stop motion of what's inside the hat, so you can have a better attention to detail of what this kind of fake robot cockpit is. Really creative. I love the idea of this. Yeah, just really successful, and I love it. You'll see it as a short on my channel, re-edited a little later. I will show you the bottom of the hat. Yeah, it's just 4 brown tiles that connect, so it's an easy connection. But yeah, also here we can show you how that base, as you saw, is just kind of sitting on 4 studs there. And you see those colors included in the build. Some people might be bugged by that, but it's there to show you where to place that cockpit and have it centered for the top dome of the hat. Here we'll compare it to the minifigure's hat. Okay, maybe not perfect, but effective. Still like it. Still like it a lot. Here we'll show you. We'll reattach that cockpit piece of this giant, mech minifigure is what it actually is. You can see, yep, if there's color showing, you're on the wrong spot. That lines it up perfectly every time. Another funny observation I had of this is this cockpit. Yeah, it's the same as the Ultra UCS Hulkbuster. So I actually have an extra piece of that because the first one I had was scuffed. So yeah, you can turn them into the biggest minifig Iron Man fan if you so choose. I'm not sure how many other variations of this cockpit dome there are. And now finally, let's put the whole thing together. It's exactly like how a real minifigure goes together, which I just get such a kick out of. It's also not, really getting brick fused together. It's only being connected by minimal studs at each juncture, so you can take them apart and put them back together again as much as you want. If they start coming out with other versions of this, or if you start making your own custom legs or arm pieces, yeah, the customization and the creativity for this kind of build, oh, it's limitless, and it's fantastic. There you see the head goes on really easily, and as you saw, the hat just sits on there nice. There you go. There's the completed mega fig or robot minifig. Just great. It'll also stand on a base plate, so it's not even on a weird scale with the legs stuck together. Just fantastic. This puts a little bit of tension on those pins that connect the leg, but here we'll attach it to this base plate here. And I'll have to hold the base plate down, but you can see, yeah, he can even balance on one leg, so just really impressed, really impressive. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of breakdown of this set. I know this was a little longer than most of my videos. I also recognize this isn't the first time LEGO's done a grander scale minifig like this before. Here we've seen the Harry Potter and Hermione set. I believe that was the first iteration of this, and then after that there's that limited edition pirate version that you can only get over in Denmark. There were also a smaller scale version of this with Iron Man versus Ant-Man, and then from the Wonder Woman movie there was a big fig of Ares. But I would say this is been the most successful version of this kind of build. I know this one is very similar. I checked out the instructions for the Harry Potter and Hermione and the pirate. This is very similar build technique, but this is a very accessible set, an affordable one, and one that, you know, really it's begging you for customization. Here's this plain canvas. I almost wish it had been included with some more bricks to customize it more easily, but I also wonder if this is Lego just kind of making a dare. Here's the perfect, you know, basic minifig at a giant scale. Have at it. We give you the instructions. Let's see what you can come up with. As you can tell, yeah, love this build. I hope you also enjoyed this build and this video. I really thank you for sticking around. Let me know what you think of this. Also, if you like this format, let me know. Really appreciate if you like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for sticking around. Bye.